I'm Gabrielle Slater, and I'm here at the 16th annual Van Wezel Foundation Gala, featuring Steve Martin and Martin Short as our headliners this evening. If you take a look around, I'm standing tonight in the grand foyer, and I'll tell you, the crowds are really coming in. Everybody's excited for the show. Soon we're going to be getting ready for our kickoff dinner, followed by a performance that I know I'm super excited to see. We're supporting tonight amazing children's programs, bringing kids and getting them involved in the arts. It's wonderful work we're doing here at the Van Wezel Foundation, so don't go away. We have a lot more waiting for you. I'm here with the Merrimans. You guys are long-term sponsors and have been involved with the gala for years. Can you tell me a little bit about why this foundation is important to you?
I think it's very critical because when you think of what the foundation does for the children, especially the at-risk children of our community, and the educational programs we have for them, it's just absolutely fabulous. And I think my wife said it best. It looks like Easter Sunday when they all get off the bus and then start into the performances, and that makes it all worthwhile. That's the most important thing to us.
I know seeing those happy faces come off the bus is an incredible thing. Do you get to come to a lot of shows and experience it with the children?
My wife does. One of us is still working for a living, unfortunately. So, but we're sponsoring one of them this year, and I am absolutely determined I'm going to make this performance because I keep hearing how fabulous it is, and I don't get to see it as much as she does. So I'm looking forward to that. And
what performance is that you're mentioning?
I think it's May 8th, May 7th, yeah.
Is that okay? She's in charge. I show up where she says be there.
Well, I know a lot of people will be excited to come out around May 8th to check out that performance. Thanks so much for taking a few minutes to speak with me.
Welcome back.
Well, thank you.
And have fun tonight, okay?
Okay.
Hi, I'm here with the Claubers. Long time coming to this gala. I know you guys both very well. So one of your big hits is always doing the auction. We get so excited for that. So can you tell me a little bit about what we have to look forward to tonight?
Oh gosh, first of all, we have an amazing raffle, and you're going to get to win a Land Rover, which is incredible to start with. And
I want one.
You got one? Okay. Well, it's parked outside. Maybe you'll get lucky. And we've also got 6 fantastic live auction items that I hope we're going to raise a lot of money with. Plus, we have a very famous artist that's doing two paintings as we speak that are going to be auctioned off and signed by Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Well, that is very exciting. I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to get their hands on that. So since you're so involved, you might be able to tell me, why is raising this money so important tonight? When people are raising those bid paddles, why should they bid today?
Well, arts education is one of the most important things that happens in our community for our young people. Continuing to inspire them to follow the arts, to be passionate about participating in the arts. So the majority of what we're doing tonight is raising money for education across our community. And the Van Wezel does such a beautiful job, especially the foundation, of supporting arts education across our community.
Well, thanks guys so much for taking a moment to speak with me, and I'll see you during that auction. I want that Land Rover.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck.
I'm here with my beautiful mother, Monica Van Buskirk, and my stepfather, Richard. Really proud to be here tonight with my wonderful parents. My mom is the CEO of the Van Wezel Foundation. So, Mom, I want to ask you, why is this foundation so important in Sarasota?
Well, at the end of the day, it's all about the children. We have brought 29,000 children here, which has gone up almost 40% in the last few years. We have 9 shows. Do you know some of the children see the Bay for the first time, even though they're Florida children? So they get to see the Van Wezel and the Bay. And we have 9 shows, including Alvin Ailey. I mean, that is very strong for the children.
Well, it sounds like this is going to be a wonderful season. So I know everybody's really excited to see our headliners tonight, Steve Martin and Martin Short. What makes this particular gala one of the most special? It is the 16th annual, so we've been doing this a lot of years.
A lot of years, but to have Steve Martin and Martin Short here is just, Steve Martin was here, I think, 15, 20 years ago, and have him back. These are A-listers. You're from LA, but I think these are A-listers. And all day long we've been getting calls. Can we meet them? Can we talk to them? Will they eat dinner with us? So the community is so excited to have them here.
I know the community is very excited. So is there anything special? I know we have a VIP section this year.
Yes.
Everyone's very excited for the after party.
Yes.
What are a few things different that we're doing this year?
Well, the VIP, when you walk out there, the water is magical. They have jazz playing. You've never seen a more beautiful and peaceful place. And we have porter wines, which are very exclusive vineyard, and special appetizers, and it's very dreamy out there.
Well, I can't wait to take a look at it. I'm very grateful to call you Mom. This is a
Okay.
beautiful event tonight, and thanks for taking some time to talk to me.
And who do we thank
Oh, of
here?
course. You know, Richard really takes care of everything in the house. So, Richard, we love you.
Yes, he got us here.
He really does.
He got us here in one piece, right? And
Well, very happy to be here. Thanks again.
thank you very much, and good luck tonight, Gabrielle and Charles. Wonderful. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Mary Bensel. She is the executive director here at the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall. Mary, this is a very exciting gala. What a coup to get both Steve Martin
Oh
and
my
Martin
gosh.
Short.
I'm so thrilled about this, and I just saw the two wild and crazy zany guys backstage rehearsing, so I think it's going to be quite the evening.
I know a lot of people are trying to get back there for a meet and greet. So can you tell me, what does it take to book an artist like that in conjunction with a gala like this?
Well, it takes luck, I'll be honest with you, as well as knowing a lot of agents and working at it for a year ahead of time, because, you know, last year I had Josh Groban, and we've had all sorts of huge stars, Sheryl Crow and Sarah McLachlan. But these two guys I've been running after for a long time, and what I had to do was get another theater to join with us so we could group it. So I called my friends at Ruth Eckerd Hall, and so we have a weekend for these two superstars.
Well, Mary, the foundation and the Van Wezel are very lucky to have somebody like you booking these shows. I mean, we have top performers here all the time. And in a smaller town like Sarasota, it's really incredible.
It really is. It really is. I mean, this weekend alone, we have, you know, Dave Chappelle tomorrow night, and it just goes on and on and on. So I'm really excited. And this means a lot to me because I love theater and I love entertainment. And the thing that's so special is it's to help the children. It's to help our education program. We have over a $500,000 education program that helps just everyday students with disabilities, families, military, so many people, and that's why we do it.
Well, Mary, thanks for taking a moment to speak with me. I know I'm excited to see the performers tonight.
And I'm so glad because Gabrielle and I've known each other a long time, and I'm so happy you're here with us from Hollywood.
Thank you, Mary. Hi, I'm here with Brad and Cindy Henningsen, longtime supporters of the Van Wezel Foundation. Tell me a little bit about how long you've been involved here at the foundation.
I think probably 7 to 10 years. You know, probably out of the 10 years, we're probably 9 times we've been here. Yeah, and we know we love coming. We live in Palm Harbor, and we're with Boarset, and we support what Boarset does involved with this. So we love it, and love entertainment. It's a great time.
Boar's Head, also a longtime supporter of the Van Wezel, so thanks for coming out again to celebrate the 16th annual gala with us. So let me ask you here to your beautiful wife, are you excited to see the performers tonight?
Absolutely, and we've seen several other wonderful performers here, so yes, definitely. Steve Martin, oh yeah.
Well, I'm an old Saturday Night Live guy, so Steve Martin to me is just the best entertainer in the world. So this is a wonderful. This is going to be great tonight. We're looking forward to this.
Well, thank you so much again for your support, and I hope you have a lot of fun this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm here with the Travers. Mr. Travers, I hear that you are a new member of our board of directors here at the Van Wezel. Tell me a little bit about why sitting on this board is important.
Well, yes, I am, and a couple major reasons. One, we're very committed to Sarasota. We love the art scene here. That's one of the reasons we've moved here. And then two, really the Van Wezel is really the pivotal art center for the city. We love the fact that children are being helped and introduced to the arts. So we feel just really, really good about the mission of the Van Wezel and what it can do for the community.
Can you tell me a little bit about what the role of the board of directors is here at the Van Wezel? What do you guys do in the day-to-day production of what happens here?
Well, on a day-to-day basis, we really let the management team kind of control things. But in the end, we provide overall governance and direction for the foundation that supports the Van Wezel, and being very supportive of the events that are being entertained here, and also in fundraising activities and things that are important for the growth of the Van Wezel going forward.
So, Mrs. Travers, let me just check in with you really quickly. Your husband talks about why the growth of the Van Wezel is important. Why do you think children's programs are so important in the arts?
Well, I think that exposure for children is a wonderful opportunity for them to experience, probably for the first time, many of them, the arts and theater, and it gives them the opportunity to just be able
To grow in the arts,
Yeah.
absolutely. I agree with the both of you. Thank you so much for sitting on our board, and Mrs. Travers for sharing a little bit about the arts with us this evening. Hi, I'm here with the Murphys. Wow, Claire, you look beautiful tonight. I love your dress.
Thank
Do you have a special designer here this evening?
No, I don't. I wish I did, but I don't.
Well, to me, it looks like it's $1 million.
Thank you.
And Mr. Murphy, can you tell me, how are you involved with the Van Wezel?
We've been coming through the Merrimans for several years now, and we really love the Van Wezel and all the support of kids and everything it does. So we've had just a great time here and supports a lot of great causes.
And now let me ask you, do you either have a favorite show you've seen this season or a favorite show you're planning on seeing this season?
Chris Bodie has been fabulous. We've seen him twice. We're looking forward to seeing him again. But Dirty Dancing was a great show, totally different. Every show here has been fabulous that we've seen.
You know, our creative director here really brings together a lot of amazing performances. So tell me, are you excited to see Steve Martin and Martin Short tonight?
Oh, yes. When I was telling people about the show and they're going, oh my God, you're going to see them. This is awesome. Yeah.
It's so exciting. I know I'm really excited. So, guys, I hope you have a wonderful time this evening. We have some crazy Tito's vodka ice luge over there you can try out. We're having a lot of fun.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Have a great night.
You too. Thanks. Hi, I'm here with artist Eric Waugh. Eric, tell me a little bit about what you're doing here.
I'm creating portraits of Steve Martin and Martin Short live here during the VIP reception.
That is amazing, and I hear these are going to be auctioned off during the show tonight.
Absolutely. After I complete them, they're going to be taken backstage. Steve and Martin are going to sign them, and they will be auctioned off.
Amazing that one lucky person here at the gala tonight is going to get to go home with one of these beautiful paintings. So how did you get involved with this particular event?
One of the organizers here, Melissa, I worked with her before on a previous event, and she just thought it would be a perfect addition, for this evening for me to paint live the two stars. And actually, Steve and Martin Short are big fans. I'm a big fan of theirs. I'm sure they're big fans of mine too. Exactly. But
if they weren't before, they will be now.
That's right, absolutely. And actually, Steve is an artist himself, so hopefully he'll appreciate, the rendition that I did of him, tonight, and that'll be kind of cool. It's a real honor to be painting here tonight.
So, Eric, I hear you did a little something with a magazine called Forbes. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Wow.
I did, yeah. This is actually one of the most exciting things that I've done in my 30-year career. I was asked to create, not necessarily portraits, but paintings that represent the 30 under 30 in Forbes magazine. So I was actually flown out to New York City. I created paintings live during photo shoots of these people for the magazine. So I got a little idea, about them through interviewing them and through their website, getting some ideas of maybe corporate colors and what have you. And then I just went right to it. I created paintings live in the photo studio. At the last second, they put them into the photo shoot with them, clicked their photo, and then I moved on to the next person and the next person. So I did 10 people in New York City. I flew to San Francisco right away and did 10 people in San Francisco.
So I have to ask you, was there one particular person who really stood out to you as being unique and special?
They were all, pretty much special. Hope Hicks was interesting, who works with Donald Trump. Gallant, this new up-and-coming singer, musical star, was really incredible. But they all fascinated me. These are all, a lot of them were kids. They're 21, 22, 23 that have really come up with some incredible ideas, to help the world, through technology and different things. So it was really an incredible bunch of, I call them kids because I'm 53. Yeah.
The Youth of America, Amazing Young Minds. What an incredible project to be involved with. And thank you again for doing something similar here tonight. We're very honored to have an artist here and coming up with a great idea for our event this evening. Thanks again.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi, I'm here with Melissa Lane. She is our new Director of Development here at the Van Wezel Foundation. Melissa, I know you've been with the foundation 4 months now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you enjoy being part of this amazing organization?
Well, I tell you what, this is the best team. They're doing the most wonderful things for children in education. I'm thrilled to be a part of it, and for all the children and the educational opportunity they have, but also to come here and see a live performance is so incredible, especially for the Title I schools and for children with disabilities, to prepare them, have them ready to come to the theater. And for some, it might be the first time, and it engages them and excites them about the arts.
Absolutely. So can you just explain what a Title I school is and why it's important, especially for those kids to have the opportunity?
In those communities where there's Title I schools, 50% of the children or more are receiving some subsidy for meals. So they're coming from places where their parents may not be able to afford the opportunity for them to come to a grand theater like this. And we provide that for them.
Well, it's amazing work that we do here at the foundation, Melissa, and I know you coming in as Director of Development, you have some great tricks up your sleeve of how to grow these wonderful programs. So let me ask you, I know you're probably excited for tonight to see the performance.
Definitely. You know what really excites me, though, is the people that come out to support what we do, most incredible individuals in our community, and we love everybody to come out and be a part of it. And tonight is one of those nights where we're engaging new people and also those that have been prevalent in helping us do what we do.
Thank you so much again, Melissa, and we're looking forward to seeing this foundation grow in the next few years.
Thank you.
I am very lucky to be standing next to two beautiful ladies, Miss Marguerite and Tessa. Marguerite, will you tell me a little bit about how you're involved with the event tonight?
Yes, I am on the Van Wezel Foundation board. I am the CYD student member, and I have been on the board for a couple months now, and I just love being part of the events.
So I've actually heard a little bit about this, and I think our audience would be really interested to know. Can you explain exactly what it means to be the CYD member?
Yes, CYD stands for Community Youth Development. It's a leadership and education program that operates in Sarasota County. And over the summer, I participated in their STAR program, Students Taking Active Roles. And after the program, I applied to be on the Van Wezel Foundation board, and I was fortunate enough to be accepted.
Well, I think that's so amazing. I mean, that really shows how the programs here at the Van Wezel involving youth in the arts, they really work. We have STAR students now trying to come and be involved. So can you tell me a little bit about what being involved and being on the board means for you?
Yes, so we have a meeting every month. And right now, I'm just watching and trying to absorb as much information as I can and learn how things operate.
And where are you in school?
I go to Pineview.
We have a Pineview student right here. So let me take a moment and ask your friend, Tessa. Is this your friend?
Yes, this is my best friend.
Okay, this is your best friend, Tessa. Tessa, are you proud of Marguerite?
Absolutely. She is so brilliant and beautiful, and I cannot believe that she's my best friend. I'm so lucky to have this opportunity too, because I don't know where else I could volunteer at such an amazing organization as the Van Wezel. And I go to Booker, and I'm doing the theater program, so it's it ties into that too.
So Tessa, what are you doing with the event here tonight? You said you're volunteering. I know you're probably not sitting on the board with Marguerite, but are you involved with helping out tonight at the gala?
This is my second event. I just follow around Marguerite and help sell tickets. It's a great, yes.
Well, it's wonderful to see girls supporting girls and women supporting women. The future is female, that's what they say. So I'm really, really grateful to be standing next to two ladies like you, and thank you so much for everything you do here at the Van Wezel. Thanks again. I am here with the very charismatic Mr. Thaxton. Tell me, Mr. Thaxton, I know you're involved with us in different other foundations that are supporting us here at the Van Wezel tonight. I hear you're a senior vice president of a certain little thing. Can you tell me?
Well, it's senior vice president of the Gulf Coast Community Foundation. It's not necessarily small. It's one of the largest community foundations in the state of Florida, and we're thrilled to support the Van Wezel Foundation in this venue and many others any way that we can. They're a great organization.
So why is it important for the Gulf Coast Community Foundation to be supporting another organization like the Van Wezel? How does it enrich the community?
Well, because the Van Wezel Foundation supports a lot of not only the generation of art, but also the education aspects of art to make sure that our school children that would otherwise not have access to high-performing arts, and so that they can at a young age become thrilled the way that us as adults are impressed by the performances.
What are some other projects you guys are working on over at Gulf Coast right now that are helping to enrich this beautiful community?
Well, some of the things that we're right. Hang on, we got Michael Klauber.
You can continue. It's okay.
Michael. So the things that we're most thrilled about right now is our services to the underprivileged, those that are homeless, and those children that go through the summer without nutritious food. And we have two initiatives that address both of those community needs, and we're excited about them.
Well, you're doing really important work. You know, it's easy for us to turn a blind eye to things that we can't see, and thank you so much to you and the Gulf Coast Community Foundation for helping us.
We'll be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, I'm here with Kelly. She is the Director of Education here at the Van Wezel. Kelly, that's why we're here tonight. It's all about education. Tell me a little bit about what you do.
Sure. Well, my job is to oversee all of the education programs as well as our community-based programs. So the cornerstone of that is our School Time Performances series, where this year we'll serve over 29,000 students through these programs. We also have a series of teacher workshops as well as in-school workshops with students and community-based programs such as serving families through our Total Access program, military access, and senior access.
So that's why we're here at the Gala this evening. We're actually raising money to help support each and every one of those programs because it's so essential to the growth of our community. Tell me a little bit about what you get out of being involved with something like this. How does it affect your heart?
Well, it's truly something that means a lot to me. The arts was always my passion in school, and it was what made me engaged in school. It's why I majored in the arts and in theater. And I realized I wanted to share that with other children as well. Whether or not they're going to be theater majors or arts majors, those skills and those experiences are going to carry with them for the rest of their lives.
How do you think that this exposure to these incredible programs helps enhance the home life, the personal life, the way that a kid will feel about themselves?
Well, it gives them confidence, it gives them skills that they'll bring home, it gives them something to talk about to their parents, and we've also started a big two-generation approach to what we're doing. So in addition to our school time programs, this year we're doing a few family nights with schools where we'll have children and their parents come to the school, and we will do a workshop with them, give them food, and they'll get to take home a book with them, with their families that they can use at home as well. So we're really trying to get the educator, the student, and the parent engaged in our programs.
Well, I've been coming to this gala for a long time, Kelly, and hearing these new programs that you guys are doing in the foundation and in the hall really shows what this event here tonight helps to do in our community. So thank you again for all of your amazing work and bringing together families and children with this beautiful arts program.
Excellent. Thank you so much. It's great to get a chance to share a little bit of what we do.
Hi, I'm here with the lovely Debbie Carell. Looking stunning this evening, Debbie. Tell me a little bit about how you're involved with the Van Wezel Foundation.
I believe in their mission of supporting children and bringing them to the arts. It's so important that kids get to see a live performance. It's so meaningful in their lives.
We definitely do essential education work here at the Van Wezel Foundation. Can you tell me about why you think that the arts are so important to children?
I think in this world of YouTube and everything, when you see a live performance, it brings so much energy, and it can really change the whole way that you look at your life and your future.
Absolutely. I'm a big supporter of the arts myself, and I know it made a big difference to me coming as a child and being able to see performances here. Mm-hmm. So can you tell me a little bit about your inspiration for your outfit this evening? I just love this necklace.
It came from a little place called Chez Monique.
Chez Monique. Well, I love that. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to speak with me this evening, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that show. You too?
Absolutely. It should be fabulous.
Thanks again.
Okay.
Hi, I'm here with Congressman Vern Buchanan and his lovely wife, Sandy. Excited to have you both here this evening. Always important to have some dignitaries at an event like this. So tell me a little bit about how you're involved with the Van Wezel.
Well, we're just excited about the product that they produce here every year, all the shows they have. They do a lot with children as well. So we're just glad to help out and financially sponsor it and support it. It's a big asset to our community. Sarasota is all about the arts, and this is one of the key performances that go on every single night that makes a difference for Sarasota.
So I love that you say that, this is an asset to our community. And we know that this is all about education tonight. So can you tell me about why you think that education is such an incredible asset in the growth of a community?
Well, growing up as a kid, I never focused much on the arts. I was more focused on sports and things. But I think the arts, you realize, in this community is critical. It's the #1 arts community in the state of Florida. It's a huge asset because of John Ringling and then his tradition, and we need to continue to move in that direction.
Whether it be the arts or sports, I think that anything that a kid is doing extracurricular, whether it be after-school programs or whatever it may be, is incredibly important. Why do you think that children need that extra stimulation?
Because there's a lot of children. I gravitated maybe more to sports, but you have appreciation for the arts, but you have many children that they love the arts, and they end up doing things in the arts community. You need to be exposed to everything, and this is a big part of our community.
Well, thank you both for your continued support of the Van Wezel and the Van Wezel Foundation. So one final question. Are you guys excited to see Steve Martin and Martin Short tonight?
Absolutely. Together. Here, absolutely.
Well, it's going to be a great show. Thank you so much again for your support and taking a moment to speak with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Larry Thompson, the president of the Ringling College of Art, and his beautiful wife. You are looking lovely this evening. The necklace, right?
Oh, we're so excited to be here. It's such a wonderful, wonderful evening.
So let me ask you, from one arts organization to another, why is the work that the Van Wezel does so important to this community?
It is so critical, especially the foundation, because they are exposing children to the arts and to the performing arts and having the opportunity for the students to be able to experience what it is we have in Sarasota in the school system. So I'm so pleased that the school system is being supported by the foundation in that way.
Absolutely. Very well said. And for you, what do you think is the critical importance of the arts in any community and in Sarasota?
The arts are what feeds our souls and the souls of our children. And we just cannot put enough time and energy and resources into that effort as far as our children go. So we are here to support the Van Wezel. We are all about the Van Wezel and Ringling and arts education.
Why do you think that growing, developing artists and arts education, like what you do at Ringling, is really essential? Now talking about in the world as a whole, what are the future artists of this world going to contribute to our society?
Well, one of the most important things that happens in arts education is learning how to be even more creative. And creativity is actually the oil of our future economy because it is so critical that we be innovating, no matter what it is. But the arts are the heart and soul of where creativity comes from because it's the only area, especially in schools, where you're allowed to experiment and try things and fail, and that's what creativity requires. And so without it, we're going to be hurt because we're going to have, people who know how to answer questions on a test, but that's not what's going to make this country really move forward.
Well, I think that creativity and innovation are the words. Now, for your lovely wife, are you excited to see the show tonight?
Very excited because we all need to laugh and we are ready to support the Van Wezel and to laugh tonight. So very much looking forward to it.
Well, thank you both so much for taking some time to speak with me. And your arts organization and this arts organization are what make this community so special. So thank you again.
No question about it. Thank you.
here with Dan and Andy McRellis. Now, first I gotta start off. That dress is unbelievable. Look, is it a collar or a necklace?
It's a collar.
So that's part of the. I'm sorry.
Part of the dress.
I just had to say something because it's really stunning.
Thank you.
So I want to ask you both, what does being part of the Van Wezel, part of this amazing evening, mean to you?
It's very special. This is our first attendance here. We arrived to get tickets for the event, and they were sold out. And my husband and I said, well, why not come to the gala and help support the foundation?
Well, that's a wonderful attitude, because being part of the gala is really, truly being part of and loving the Van Wezel. So for you, Mr. McRellis, are you excited to see the show tonight?
Absolutely. Both of these fellows have been really exciting over the years to watch them on TV, and it'll be really great to see them in person. And to be here at the Van Wezel, it's just a special night for us. It's actually our Christmas gift to each other.
Isn't that so wonderful? I mean, they just wanted to come to this gala so much that they gave it as a gift to each other. It's their first gala, but you know what? It's not going to be their last.
No, it won't be our last.
Thank you so much for taking a moment to stop by, and I hope you two have a really great time tonight. I know I'm excited.
We are too. Have a good night.
I am here with the very lovely Janelle. You are looking beautiful this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Janelle, you're from Manatee County, and I think it's really important that we have Manatee represented at this gala tonight, because we do a lot in the community even there. So can you tell me a little bit about why you decided to come and be with the Van Wezel this evening?
Sure. I actually just brought my children here to see Cinderella a few weeks ago during the holidays. And I think it's so important that we support the arts, that our children are exposed to that. And I love supporting events like this because it brings people out for something fun, but something so important. And it doesn't hurt that Steve Martin and Martin Short are going to be here either. So I'm very, very excited. But it's a beautiful venue. My family enjoys coming. So I'm really happy to be here tonight.
I think education's the key word this evening. I hear it again and again. Why do you think education in the arts and the outreach we do is important? Like, why would you bring your kids here to experience the Van Wezel?
They need to be exposed to a number of cultures and different things, talents. My son loves to move and groove, and to see other guys moving and grooving on the stage and singing is incredibly important. It's just another aspect of who we are. And if we lose that artistic part of us, we lose a huge part of not only who we are, but our children in the future of being able to relate to other people and other cultures is so important. So education is key, and it's really important we get our kids here when they're young, and that we show, and they know where I am tonight, and they know I'm coming back here to support this event, and that's important.
Well, I love to hear that bringing your son here to see a performance at the Van Wezel could have inspired him to feel like who he is and how he wants to express himself is okay. So thank you for your continued support, and thank you for Manatee County for being represented here as well this evening.
Great. Thank you very much.
I'm here this evening with Charles Spry, who's wearing quite possibly the most festive bow tie I've ever seen. I love that, Charles. Will you tell me a little bit about how you're involved with the foundation?
Look, it's not the Van Wezel. I mean, it's all about Sarasota. We are very artsy, as they say. And the Van Wezel really brings the epitome of what we're trying to do with Sarasota, is bring culture, bring timeless events. I love this place, and I'm glad that I'm here tonight.
So you use the word artsy. We are artsy here in Sarasota. Everything from the art we have on the Bayfront to our numerous arts organizations. Why do you think that exposing the children to this beautiful love of arts is so essential to the growth of our community?
When do we have time to do otherwise? I mean, it's the perfect opportunity to make our children aware of where we are going and what our destinations are. And Van Wezel absolutely creates the perfect opportunity to teach our children.
Well, thank you so much for taking a moment to stop over and speak with me, and for your continued support of not only the arts, but of the Van Wezel.
Thank you. I appreciate your interview. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Carol Probstfield, who is the president of the State College of Florida. Carol, thank you so much for taking a moment to speak with me. As president of a college here in Florida, can you tell me a little bit about why the arts and education is so important?
Well, the State College of Florida has an amazing program in the fine and performing arts, and we provide that opportunity, the open access opportunity in this area for students to come and study art and music and dance and theater and all those kind of things. And to be a well-rounded person, it's important to have that in your curriculum.
Absolutely. The tie-in between education and the arts seems to be a pretty big theme that we're discussing here tonight. Why do you think that the programs we do here at the Van Wezel, encouraging the arts from a very young age, could lead to an even better experience as children perhaps move on to your institution?
Well, I think being involved in the arts is one of those things that help young people see the world from a different perspective, which goes toward those problem-solving skills and critical thinking skills and everything that we hear from employers that they're looking for in our graduates. So to start out young and start getting the mind working in that way will prepare them very well for their next adventure in education.
How do you think that a child could respond to seeing something on stage that perhaps inspires them? How do you feel like that affects their self-esteem?
I think that every child can see themselves in what they can see on the stage, and I think it gives them hope, it gives them ideas of what they could be doing, what interests them, and when they come and have the opportunity to be part of a live production, it's not just the acting. There's so much else that's going on that is part of the experience that just opens their eyes.
Do you think that seeing these shows can make them feel like education's more fun?
Well, I hope so, yes. I think education is more fun, particularly when you add the arts and that creative part.
Well, I think whatever it takes to inspire kids to make something of themselves and to grow just helps to make our world a better place. And thank you for the work you do in education, and thank you for being part of the Van Wezel.
My pleasure. Thank you.
We do have some very important recognition tonight. I'd like to thank those people who've really made this evening such a wonderful evening for all of us. Let me begin, first of all, by introducing our board of directors. So all of our board of directors, if you could just stand up and be recognized for your dedication, your hard work, your effort for the success of the Van Wezel Foundation. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. There are two special ladies in here tonight that I would also like to thank. There is Brenda Merriman, as well as Wendy Merriman, if you just stand up, and your committees. Where are your committees? To get them all recognized. You know, for many, many years they've been doing this, and while they both have similar names, they are not related. Okay? I'd also like to recognize the foundation's marketing director, Erin Gusso. Is she here? Erin, I saw you earlier. She and her staff have worked diligently and hard to make sure that this evening turns out to be absolutely perfect for all of you. And I think they've done an absolutely great job. What do you think? Thank you. And of course, there's one particular person I'd like to thank, without whom this evening would not be a possibility. Mary Benzel is tenacious. She is determined. She brings the most incredible artists to Sarasota. It is really hard for me to imagine, within just a few weeks, I had the chance to get to see Jay Leno, Billy Crystal, and tonight we have the dynamic duo in comedy. It's just going to be amazing with Steve Martin and Martin Short. I don't know about you, but I think this is going to be a phenomenal evening. And thank you, Mary, and your staff for doing such a phenomenal job. And finally, I think it's very, very important for all of us to recognize, without you, our supporters and the donors, we would not be possible for us to be able to help and provide over 26,000 children from 4 different counties to have the experience of a lifetime to attend performance arts. And what the impact that you leave on these children's lives is immeasurable. So please recognize yourself. Would like to give you a hand to say thank you for all of our sponsors and donors. And before I go further, Michael Glover is over there. He's doing a phenomenal job helping us raise a lot of money. Michael, great job. And now it's my honor and privilege to introduce to you our president and CEO for the Van Wezel Foundation. She sweats the details. She wants to make sure everything goes well. In fact, you might not know this, but she's here tonight with a broken foot, in heels, looking gorgeous. So she is absolutely laser focused on customer service. And it is really a great pleasure for me to introduce to you Monica Van Buskirk. Monica, the stage is all yours. Thank you and have a great evening.
Thank you, Ali. I always call him Mr. Ali because he's such a gentleman. Thank you so much. Is this exciting, everybody? I've been at 10 Van Wezel Galas, and this is our biggest crowd ever. 600 people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited about Steve Martin and Martin Short. I will tell you, not to take too much time, but we've had a lot of crazy calls today. We had people saying, will Steve Martin have dinner with us? Will Steve Martin meet us? Will Steve Martin kiss us on the cheek? And no, that may not happen, but you're going to love the show. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. We've had a great season. We had Jay Leno, who was fabulous. We have Dave Chappelle coming, which the lines form outside. Let's give a hand for Dave Chappelle. We have Julian and Daryl Howe, and we have, and I was trained how to say this, Idina Menzel. What can you imagine these wonderful stars that Mary has brought to us? Thank you, Mary, and your staff. We are so excited about the foundation. As Ali said very well, we bring 29,000 children here. But there's something I need to tell you. Some of these children have never seen the Bay before. So they're seeing the Bay and the Van Wezel Hall at the same time. I'm really proud to do something like that. It's wonderful for the children. Now, I'm very donor-centric, and I'm very thankful to our sponsors. So bear with me to thank them, because a night like this would never happen without our sponsors. And if you want to hear your name called, we need that, and we're proud of you. We start with Amicus Foundation, which we're thrilled to have. Let's give them a hand. We have Boar's Head Provisions, who have been loyal and true to us for so many years. We have Jesse Marketing, who is just so supportive and wonderful to us. Let's hear it for Jesse Marketing. We have BMO, Harris Bank, and David. Our co-chairs couldn't have been more wonderful tonight. We have Bill and Nancy, and I practiced their name, Gasik. And I think I said it correctly because they deserve a big hand of applause. We have the Bahaj and the Newkirk families, and we thank you for all you do, and they do a lot for us. We have Gerald and Sandra Biller. We Westwood Provisions. I hope they're going to give us a big applause. We have Northern Trust, who is steady and always with us, and we thank you. We have Gateway Bank, another fabulous community bank. Let's hear it for Gateway. We have Medallion Homes, and this is a special one for me. Joan Lieberman always brings her family, always is loyal and true, and thank you for supporting us. We have the Gulf Coast Community Foundation, who is so fabulous, I don't have to tell you how much. We have Wildland Rover, and boy, that's a great car to win tonight. We have Mary Neely's Events, Sarasota Magazine, and Scene Magazine, who has done a lot for us, and I wish all good things to them. The Sarasota Herald Tribune, Spotlight Graphics, U.S. Tent, and let's thank Tito's Vodka that have really helped us out tonight. Yay! All of us are very special, and we couldn't put on an evening like this tonight. Now, I'm going to talk about one more thing, and I'm going to be brief. We have a group of donors who have showed great leadership ability, who have stepped forward to the Van Wezel, and they need to be recognized. Our inspiration and our founder society. First of all, we want to thank the Brookhorse family and their children's services and family services. Thank you very much. The Amicus Foundation, who's always there for us. James and Marianne Armour, the Martella Family Foundation, and without Mike and Kathy, we couldn't be here today. Herta Cuneo, who is a very special lady, John and Rachel Jakes, who we missed tonight, and Joan Lieberman, her table. Let's hear it from Joan Lieberman's table. Ed and Susan Mayer, Lake Erie Osteopathic Medicine, and I was very glad to see Dr. Ferretti here. Phil Steyer, the Gail Baird Foundation, Seth Bonder, and Ali and Gloria Baja. We're so pleased with them. Larry Greenspan, and you all love Charlie Huskin. He's here with his cousin tonight. Welcome, Charlie, and thank you. Tom and Sherry Koski, who do so much for this community. The McKittricks, who do so much. Carl and Ricky Newkirk, thank you, Carl, thank you, and Ricky so much. Iris and Marty Rappaport, Marianne Robinson, Joel and Diana Schleicher, Dee and Charles Stottlemyre, I'm almost finished, guys, and Martin and Antoinette Sullivan, Susan and Jim Travers, who are new to our board, and my lovely Edie Winston. Please join them, because they have given a leadership gift and more of $25,000 and more to this foundation, and we couldn't serve the $29,000 without them. Let's give them a hand. Ali said a good thank you to our co-chairs, and Brenda and Wendy, and the committee. And I don't know if you stood up before, but you should stand up now. Thank you for showing your support and mission by being here tonight. Now, I want to turn this over to the very charismatic, the very fabulous Mary Bensel, who runs this hall, and we're so proud of everything she does. And we thank her staff and the foundation staff for all they do. Thank you, Miss Mary.
Hey, everybody. How are you tonight? Are you having a good time? I'm Mary Bensel, and I just want 2 minutes of your time because you have no idea. I don't want to be up here and ruining your dinner and your drinks and with your friends, but I'm here to talk to something very important. I want you to imagine 29,000 little faces. 29 little thousand faces and maybe 30,000 this year that come to this hall thanks to all of you and to the Brunkhorst. And I want you to know it is so important to us that they are here and you are here. Because we also have over 300 teachers who do teacher workshops. And if I was a teacher, I would yell at every one of you that is still talking. And these teachers are so grateful that they're brimming with excitement on new ways to communicate with the students. We also do a lot with military families, with the socials, with the seniors, and also with our disadvantaged youth. And I want you to know that's the big picture. But the small picture is this. Think about Brian. Brian is a student with autism. Brian can barely handle anything. He came to see a show here called Jigsaw Jones, and he went to an arts workshop. And you know what? By the time he was done, he could tell red from yellow and yellow from green, and he knew which colors were fall colors. And you may not think that means a lot to you, but to Brian's mother, it knocked her away. And I also could tell you, one of the teachers from our Title I students, was anybody a Title I student when you were growing up? Well, these are the kids that are below the poverty level. And they come, they ride on a bus, they see a show, and you know what they remember the most besides the plays? They remember what? We're purple. We are purple. And so it's so important. I also had a student that couldn't understand math, and I don't know about you, but I probably could have used this, but he went and saw a show called Camera, Lights, and Math. And with Camera, Lights, and Math, through magic, he finally got the connection with education and with math. So I'm just going to say to you tonight, 29,000 little people, 29,000, and someday I hope those people are in your seats so that 50,000 students then can come to the Van Wezel and see a show. So I want you to raise those paddles, I want you to raise them high, and then I want you to have the time of your life because I have two wild and zany guys backstage ready to entertain you. So thank you so very much.